Greetings and salutations. Every morning we make a choice. We choose to live. We choose to move. We choose to get out of bed. We choose to brush our teeth. Some of us choose to brush our teeth. Some of us do not. And I'm going to get you a mint, but that's another topic. Today I really want to talk about grief. I want to talk about losing a loved one, losing a job, but losing anything. Too many times do we lose something and we search for that thing that is lost. We search for that feeling. We search for that moment. We find ourselves separated from this thing that brought us comfort. Well, what if for a moment you could look at it differently? What if it wasn't something that you lost, but more so something that you gained? Because that experience that you had with that person, with that job, with that thing, is something that nobody can ever take away from you. So what if just for the moment you focused on what you gained? For instance, I like to tell the story about my grandmother who, when she departed this earth in her physical form, it was devastating to me, but I didn't comprehend it for about 2 years. And I was in the grocery store and I just started crying. And I started laughing.
Who's texting me?
Because I couldn't figure out why I was crying in the middle of a grocery store. Even though I thought about my grandmother in that moment. And then it dawned on me. It was Thanksgiving. Now, most of you all are probably saying, well, Thanksgiving, yeah, she cooked. No, this was even more special. See, my grandmother taught me how to make sweet potato pie. And every Thanksgiving for about 2 or 3 years, I would call her to confirm that the recipe was right according to how she made it. And she would tell me, yes, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I would be in the grocery store getting the ingredients. And she would say, don't forget this and don't forget that. Needless to say, I got to taste my grandmother's sweet potato pie in Texas while she was in Chicago, because she would walk me through the process of making a sweet potato pie. Now, that's one memory that I focus on. Or I could focus on her being in the hospital. I could focus on her having pancreatic cancer. I could focus on all the things that did not define who she was. And that's where the sorrow comes from. I could focus on her not being here. But instead, I'm going to focus on the peace and joy of knowing the love that she gave me, the things that she taught me. And you say, well, how would this relate to a job or a relationship? Every experience, you gain something in life. You have to decide what were the positives in that experience. For every job that you had, you learned a lot about a new skill. You learned how to deal with certain types of people, or you learned the type of people you wanted to be away from. But either way, you learned something. So instead of grieving, instead of grieving and focusing on what you lost, focus on what you gained. Celebrate that situation, celebrate that person, celebrate the positivity of things around you. Your joy is your joy. It can only be given away. Nobody can take your joy from you. Have a wonderful day.